Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new Audiopocalypse mini set card review. We have Shaman cards, we have Mage cards to review. Are they broken? Are they insane? Well, we'll probably call some of them broken and insane. We'll take a look at that, and if you want to win some of these cards, all you have to do, we're doing a big giveaway. We're giving away two of the premium golden mini sets. It comes with a diamond card. All you have to do is like and comment in the video description below. Be subscribed to the channel. If we manage to hit 70,000 subs by next Wednesday, we're just under 500 away, I will add another mini set to that giveaway, so hit that sub button, make me go broke. So let's start off with the Shaman cards and start off with a pretty darn good card in my opinion, the remixed Totem Carver. It's like the old Tuskar, was it Totem Carver back in the day that would summon any random totem and then they made it any basic totem. Well, this guy, same stat line, 3 mana 3/2, gains an extra effect in your hand that changes each turn, and basically he will summon a different totem for whatever situation you happen to be in. I mean, it's random, but you know what I mean. So you could summon a Stereo Totem, which is this guy, which can buff minions in your hand. Not amazing, not great. You get, doesn't really help on board. Not one of the better ones, definitely not a meta card at the moment. You could also summon a Mana Tide Totem, which I believe is pretty good for 3 mana. Get a 3/2 and 0/3. Back in the day, when you rolled a Mana Tide Totem off the old Tuskar Totemic, I think it was called, you would basically win. The win rate on it was insane. It was like Mana Tide, Totem Golem, and then Flame Tongue were the best ones you could hit. Now you could get like Gigan Totem if that card existed or whatever. Like, it'd be completely broken. There's also Blazing Totem Carver. Speaking of Flame Tongue Totem, can summon a Flame Tongue. So you want to always position this on the left of, like, you're gonna. Well, actually, you'll know. You'll know. It's not random. You'll know. But yeah, you'll want to position this to the left of stuff for Flame Tongue. And then Karaoke Totem Carver. You get to summon that brand new Jukebox Totem. My face is blocking it, but it was that 0/4 Shaman Paladin Totem that at the end of your turn summons a Silverhand Recruit. So you're getting a lot of stats for 3 mana. I think there's just slots into Totem Shaman. Like, why not? Like, you're getting, a 3/2 plus at least, 3 mana or 2 mana worth of value, synergizes with your deck. I could see this seeing realistic play, but yeah, basically in Totem Shaman, in Wild, can't play it in Even Shaman, and Odd Shaman's been dead ever since they took away the spell damage totem. So I'll give it a 3 in Standard. I do think it could slot into Totem Shaman, and a 2 in Wild, where, yeah, I don't think it quite makes the cut. Next, we have a really, really good card for Shaman, but it's more for Warrior. Jam Session, a 2 mana fire spell. So more fire support. Again, Shaman Warrior card. Give a friendly minion +3/+3. So that's like the old Rampage. Rampage would give a minion +3/+3, but it was a damaged minion. So this doesn't even need to be damaged. And then you also deal 1 damage to all other minions. This is an incredible card. You also overload 1, so Warrior gets an overload card. I don't know if they've ever had one before, but they got one. And yeah, for 2 mana, that's a lot of stats. You're getting a Whirlwind effect in the Rage Warrior deck that's like tier 2. Borderline tier 1. I already tweeted out, like, people are going to start complaining about Warrior pretty soon. It's going to be awkward, but this spell just seems absolutely incredible, right? You get that AoE, you want to self-damage in that style of deck, you get a big buff. It could go on a Charger or Rush or whatever. I'm thinking this is almost always a Warrior card. Like, Shaman doesn't have, utilization of self whirlwind effects. It would just be a stat bomb, and I feel like it's not as efficient there. But as a Warrior card, I think it's a solid, like, 4, maybe 5-star card. Like, it's really close. The fact that it only really, to me, slots into an Rage Warrior, I will give it a 4. But I think this card is absolutely incredible. But again, mostly for Warrior, and in Wild, where Enraged Warrior is the thing, I will give it a 3. I think it'd slot in there like the risky skipper style decks. It certainly could happen. And then the last Shaman/Warrior card, very flavorful, really cool art, the Backstage Bouncer, a 4 mana 4/5 beast with Taunt. Chillwind Yeti, crying in a corner, like, well, he's always crying in a corner. Battle Cry, transform a friendly minion into a copy of this. So it's like Hex, right? You get to hex your own stuff, and you get a 4/5 taunt. But yeah, basically you get a copy of it. But we all know in Warrior in particular, with like Anima Extract or whatever it's called, the 1/4 that hand buffs a lot, this could get really big. And then you could turn a token or something into a 4/5, or just in Shaman with your hero power or a Swarmer, turn a 1/1 into a 4/5, right? Or if it's been hand buffed, even more. It's not bad. It seems a little bit awkward. I think it's a really cool card. I just love the art and flavor. I just don't know what it goes into. I really don't. It probably doesn't see competitive play, but you never know. Turning like just a little jank totem, and the taunt is relevant, right? Like it has taunt, that's something significant. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 in standard. I think this card might surprise us with what it could possibly do, but I'm probably reaching with this one. I just think it's a really cool card. In a wild, I'll give it a 2. And now let's take a look at the mage cards. And starting off, we have Mage Hunter. So Mage and Hunter are the dual class combination here with Star Power, a 5-mana arcane spell. Deal 5 damage to a random enemy minion. Repeat this with 1 less damage. Very similar to that 3-mana arcane. I think it's an arcane spell. Not sure if it is, but it's a spell for Hunter that does 3, 2, and 1. So this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a lot of damage for 5 mana. You can scale it with spell damage, as well as Hunter has that whole Arcane Hunter package that hasn't really quite worked out yet, but a big part of the problem with it is there's barely any arcane spells. So this is another one for Hunter to utilize. Can't go face. It's purely like a board control style thing. Mage will play it because they discover like infinite cards, right? Hunter, I don't know if it's quite good enough to make the cut. Like you're playing in that, again, control-ish Arcane Hunter. I don't know. I feel like this is more of a created by option for Mage, and I feel like Arcane Hunter still doesn't quite make the cut. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 in standard and wild. Not a terrible card. It's a lot of damage. Again, for 5 mana. I just feel like there's probably better options to be hard running in your deck for either class. Like again, a card can be good, but it's got to be really synergistic with what you're doing on top of it now. Like it's not good enough for a card just to be standalone good, unless it's like utterly broken, like, you know, Astrolord just goes in every deck, because why wouldn't you play it? It's damage, armor gain, and like insane damage later. So yeah, it's pretty hard for me to see the meta play, but it's certainly possible. Next, we have the remixed Dispenso-bot, a 4-mana 4/4 mech, and it gains an extra effect in your hand that changes each turn. I'll see if I have this image here. I don't know if it'll read very well, but basically you get 2 random mage secrets for 4 mana, is pretty good. They're random, but still pretty good. 2 random mechs, 2 random frost spells, or 2 coins. So Quest Mage in Wild likes that one. It's ramp, I guess, in whatever other class. Romath can recast, I guess, the coins, because you'll get the coins. You can play them. You can recast the frost spells. Again, a 4-mana 4/4, not great on its own. The effects, like getting a random mech, I could see this going into Mech Mage for some extra gas. And like you could, you know, just tempo out the secrets. That could be good. Maybe getting the coins. I see this as a Mech Mage card pretty much exclusively. I don't think you're running this in like a Quest Mage in Wild, or, you know, like the Frost, you know, Skeleton Mage style stuff, or Burn Mage. I think it's a good Mech Mage card, getting extra mechs or just getting ways of fighting on board. And you can discount this card, right? You have the 1-drop that your next mech costs 1 less. You have the the 3-mana spell that discounts your mechs as well. You can cheat this out, so then it becomes pretty good at like 3 or 2 mana. So I think it's like a 3/4 star, but like it's Mech Mage, which hasn't been very good for quite some time. I don't know if it puts it over the top, but I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in standard. But I really just see it as that Mech Mage style of card, and 3 in Wild, because that deck, you know, it exists there. You got Mech Warper Galvanizer to cheat this out even faster. So look out for it. You know, when you can cheat out cards like this, it's pretty darn good. And then lastly, we have finally, people have been begging for it. People have been asking for it. We finally got some Secret Mage support. but also Hunter. With Costume, Singer, a 1-mana 2/1, at the end of your turn, draw a secret. So any secret deck will auto-run this, because it's a 1-mana automatically draw a secret on curve. Hunter can play it on 2. It's incredibly powerful, and you don't kill it. I mean, you're likely going to be able to kill it. It's only got 1 health, but still, it's a 1-mana, draw a specific style of card, and it's got a 2/1 stat line. It's a 4 and a 5 in Standard and Wild. I know no secret decks are super prevalent in Standard right now. I just don't care. Like, the power level of this card is stupid. It's really good. Yeah, it's one of the best 1-drops the secret deck has seen, outside of like Cabal Lackey for Mage, which lets you play a secret for 0 on turn 1, which is, you know, broken. But outside of that, really solid card. The only downside is, again, secret decks not popular in Standard, but Secret Mage pretty popular in Wild. But I'll give it a 4 across the board, and I'm sure people will be absolutely thrilled that Secret Mage got more support. Anyways, that's all the cards for now. I believe there's a Rogue reveal later, so I'll probably be mad about the Rogue cards like I always am, so tune in later for that. And then tomorrow is the last day of reveals, including our very own Priest reveal. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.